Hello everyone, Meisterring here, and we're playing some more Demon Bluff. Already we have a bishop that's telling the truth, since one is not a villager. Alright, so this jester should think that 1, 4, and 7 contain one evil. Alright, this jester is lying. Now is the jester corrupted? Let's see what the Plague Doctor says. Nope. Okay, so Plague Doctor is truthful. Gemcrafter is truthful. That means 7 is the last evil. Alright, cool. Puka is 1 card away from closest evil. Okay, so 4 and 5 are obviously lying. Yeah, if neither of them are the Puka, then it's impossible for them to both be wrong. So let's just kill them both. All right, cool. Got it on the first try. All right. So we got 2 knights. There could be a doppelganger if the bombardier is fake. Yeah, one of these knights could be corrupted, but if one of them's corrupted, the other one is not. Oh, these are just both, they're both good knights. So the doppelganger, there's a doppelganger and the bombardier is fake. Let's see what the dreamer thinks. Dreamer's telling the truth. The knitter is telling the truth because 2 has to be lying. Which means, you know, there's a puka somewhere over on that side of the map. 8 could be a doppelganger, which would mean that 1 could be the puka, 2 could be the puka. What about 3? Okay, 3 is lying. Yeah, 1 could be telling the truth. No, 6 is telling the truth, which means 3 cannot be the puka. Yeah, so it's just 2 or 1. Nice. Okay. See what this bishop says. 4, 5, and 7. Okay, well, we know that 7's not a minion. Okay. 7 is a bombardier. Yeah, the fact that 7 died means that 7 is not a minion, which means 7 has to be a real bombardier, which means this bishop is telling the truth. 5 is telling the truth, and then that means 4 has to be evil. Okay, so we do have two outcasts. This hunter is not 2 away from the closest evil. Cool. We do not have a witch, so yeah, I can just click the last card. Alright, 9 is truthful, 8 is truthful. 6 could be a counselor. What does this druid think? The druid is truthful. So it's either 6 or 1. I think 8 has to be a real... Well, I don't know. Let's just kill 6. Doesn't matter what order I choose. I was thinking, oh, could 8 be a doppelganger and 1 could be lying? Well, maybe. But since I had the health to spare, I didn't have to figure it out. Okay. Let's kill this confessor. Yeah, I wanted to see if these bards could be telling the truth. Okay, so the scout is accusing 5 or 1. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 bishops and 2 bards. So one of these 4 has to be evil, since we can have 1 set of duplicates but not 2. So yeah, 3 of those people are good, and 1 of those is evil. Yeah, and it's impossible for the Plague Doctor to be fake, because if the Plague Doctor was... Actually, hold on. If the Plague Doctor's fake, then... Yeah, there would be two pairs of villagers that cannot be explained away. Okay, so the Plague Doctor is real. Alright, it's 2 corrupted. Yes. Okay. That means 2 is good, and 1 is telling the truth. We know that 8 is the outcast, so this bishop is lying when not referring to 8. Three away from nearest hunter, nearest evil. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it extremely easy, because the hunter telling the truth just means, yeah, it was just those 3. Was a baker. Alright, well, there's no fake, or there's no other possible outcast, so this Plague Doctor has to be real. Is 1 corrupted? Yes. Okay. I guess 1 is corrupted by the Plague Doctor. And... Well, okay, 2 is telling the truth. Yeah, either 3 or 5 is corrupted by the poisoner. Okay, so this medium is definitely lying. So either 3 or 5 has to be evil. If 5 is evil, then she's lying and 3 has to be evil. So I think it just has to be 3 is evil and 5 is corrupted. And if I was wrong, then I just kill 5 and we're fine. Okay. So these alchemists are obviously both telling the truth. I'm so tempted to see if this dreamer sees 9 as a cabbage, because it would be nice if I knew that 9 was a wretch. Okay, 9 is definitely not a puka. I guess it's theoretically possible that 9 is a puka, and that 1 is the doppelganger, and that 8 was immune to corruption by being a drunk or a witch. But I think it's more likely that this dreamer is just wrong. So either the dreamer is evil or 9 is good. Or both, who knows? Man, I want to kill 9. Let's see what this jester thinks. Alright. Why did I have the jester click himself? The jester thinks that the jester is not evil. Well, if he was evil, there's a very decent chance he would say 2 or 3. So I'm inclined to believe the jester. If he was corrupted, he would never say 0. So we know that he's not corrupted. Okay. Yeah, so he's either truthful or evil. There are a lot of people that we know are not corrupted. 8, 9, 3, and 4 are not corrupted. So it implies that 6 is the most likely to be a puka. Huh. Okay. So 7 and 5 are not pukas. We don't know if they're good, but they're not pukas. Actually, yeah. 7 and 5 are definitely not pukas. Alright, so 5 seems to think that 8 is evil. Okay, so 5 is clearly not the puka. 7 is clearly not the puka. Any of these 4 could be the puka. If the, like 9 or 3 could be the puka if, you know, they're blocked by the doppelganger on one side, and then blocked by the other evil on the other side. Oh, closest evil is counterclockwise. So this is true, which means this jester must be good and not corrupted. Okay. Alright. Yeah, 7 is good. That means 5 is effectively accusing 8. Um, 5 is not the Puka. What if 4 is the Puka? Let's just kill 4, see what, or have the Slayer try to kill 4. Okay, good job, Slayer. Well, 3 is definitely not corrupted, because if 3 was corrupted, 3 would have been cured. Yeah, so 5 is obviously wrong, but could be corrupted. 3 is, well, okay, if 9 is the witch, then a lying dreamer for sure would say Puka. Oh wait, yeah, there's no chance that 3 is corrupted. Unless 3 is the drunk. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, this left side is more evil hint, does nothing at this point. Yeah, so 3 is not corrupted. 3 never got corrupted by the Puka. That leads me to think that 3 is probably evil. Well, okay, so 3 could be the drunk. I guess if 3 is the drunk, then I can just kill 3. Oh my goodness. Hey, 9 was a wretch. Dang, I was really hoping the dreamer would call 9 a cabbage. Alright, 3 is good. 1 is telling the truth. This hunter is lying. What does this fortune teller think? Let's just test the fortune teller. Alright, fortune teller's lying. We can't have 2 hunters, so definitely at least one of them is lying. Possibly both. It could be that 6 is corrupted and 8 is evil, but in that case, I think I can solve it from that point. Okay, so 7 is telling the truth. 3 or 6 is a poisoner. That means 6 did not corrupt 7. 6 instead corrupted 5. So 5 is good but corrupted, and that means 4 is not a real fortune teller. Cool. There's actually no corruption here, so goodbye, Confessor. No corruption means I can kill the knight. Okay, I guess I can kill the architect. Okay. Right side is more evil is probably true. Alright, let's see if the druids think there could be a doppelganger. They both think there are no outcasts. Now that's interesting. They could both be lying. Let's see if the Slayer can kill the bombardier. Nope. Okay, let's kill one of the druids. Okay, they're just lying. Oh, right, yeah, there's one outcast, and it could have been that these were a doppelganger pair. Or that they're both lying, and the bombardier was real. Okay, what does this fortune teller think of 3 and 4? Okay, true. Alright, 4 is a liar and has an accusation on them. Let's kill 4 and see what happens. Alright, good job. Oh, so this fortune teller is telling the truth. This lover is telling the truth. 3 did not get corrupted by the poisoner, because otherwise 1 would have cured her. So 5 got corrupted. 6 cannot be corrupted unless 6 is the drunk. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see what the fortune teller thinks of 8. Alright, goodbye, 8. Good job, alchemist. You actually cured a corruption. There could be a plague doctor. Okay. Yeah, it's like if there's one person who's corrupted and I kill them, then, you know, sucks to be them, I guess. Alright, so 6 or 8 is a chancellor. Well, let's kill 6 and see what happens. Alright. There's no reason to not click the last card. Yeah, without any rolls that recharge at night. Yeah, and if the Lilith is dead. Okay, so they both say doppelganger. Let's just kill the plague oh, whoop. Oh, so they're both lying. Alright, is 4 corrupted? 4 is not corrupted. Oh, we have 2 freaking outcasts. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Okay, I'm pretty sure 1 just has to be the Chancellor. Oh my goodness. That was so bad. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess at that point it was a 50-50 between 1 and 7. Okay. Sure. Yeah, so obviously I should not have killed the Plague Doctor, because knowing that there were 2 outcasts means that the Plague Doctor is real. Which actually means that the Druids are definitely real, because if they were lying, they would say no outcasts. So they're real, and the Doppelganger's real, and I can, I guess I kill one of these 3. 1, 3, or 7. I kill one of them. And then I have the Slayer try to kill the other. Yeah, like maybe I kill 1, and then if 1 is corrupted, I have the Slayer kill 7. Actually, I know that, yeah, 1 and 7 are both lying, so one of them's evil, the other one is corrupted, and I use the Slayer to sort them out. Alright. Alright, so this baker had to bake somebody, and 7's the only person who claims to have been baked. So 7 is probably corrupted. 7 is not corrupted. Okay, so it could be that 9 is immune to being baked. Oh, we actually know that 8 is telling the truth, because there's no possible other outcast. Okay, so 9 is just immune. Yeah, get out of here, get out of here, and... Alright, this druid's also a big liar. Nice. Alright, yeah, so we actually do have 2 outcasts. I can't believe I got tripped up by the Chancellor. That is embarrassing. Alright, 1 or 4 is a Chancellor. Well, let's see what this Fortune Teller thinks. Fortune Teller's telling the truth. It is possible that 7 is telling the truth, 1 is a Chancellor, and then there's a drunk. Okay, what if I kill the Bard? If I kill the Bard is the drunk, then I'm perfectly fine with that. But if I kill the Bard, and the Bard is telling the truth, then 3 is the drunk. Yeah, 3 is the drunk. And then 1's a fake Bombardier. Okay, so it was solved. I think that was also just impossible. Okay. I think that... No, 3 is not the drunk, obviously. And 3 is not evil, because then 3 would be telling the truth. Yes, there is one pair of evil. Let's have the Slayer kill the poet. Hey, got him. Let's see if 7 gets killed by the Liliths. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, well the Hunter is telling the truth. Dizzy, there's no corruption, so goodbye. Alright, so 7 is probably a real Bombardier, given that he's next to a Chancellor. 6 is not a puppeteer, but what if 9 is a puppeteer? What does this Druid think? Druid doesn't believe in 9. I don't believe in 3. Yeah, just because 7 was next to a Chancellor. I mean, I guess I'm not going to lose any more health now. 2 or 9 is a puppeteer. Well, if 9 was evil, then 9 would never say 2 or 9 is a puppeteer. Unless 9 was a puppet, in which case 9 would tell the truth and say that 2 is a puppeteer, but then they would be too far away from each other. Anyway, I'm going to kill the poet, and yeah, 2 has to be lying. Let's just reveal everybody. Alright, well, let's see if how likely is it that there's a doppelganger. Well, this bishop is telling the truth. Okay. Oh yeah, this poet must be telling the truth. Well, let's see if the Plague Doctor thinks the baker is corrupted. The Plague Doctor thinks 5 is evil and that 1 is corrupted. Okay, I mean, if the Plague Doctor's telling the truth, then, 1's corrupted, 5 is evil, and then, and then 4 is evil. Yeah, I think I can kill 8, and then if 8 ends up being good, I have a solution. Yeah, so 5 is evil, the Hunter is evil, and then 6 is the puppet. Alright, so we have a Shaman. We got 2 Enlightened, we got 2 Hunters. Okay. The Enlightened are kind of accusing each other. 3 away from closest evil. I don't believe that for a second. Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, 8 must be corrupted. 3 is evil, 8 is corrupted. Yeah. Since the Plague Doctor was very easily proven to be good, it just had to be 1 and 3. There was no space for anyone else. Uh-oh, we got a lot of corruption here. Well, at least we have a very simple outcast situation to deal with. Alright, what is... I kind of want to have the judge test himself, but I feel like I should probably... I feel like he's probably lying. Let's see... I'm going to test the fortune teller because... yeah, because she's, like, at the edge of the row of people who could be, like, who aren't confirmed. So I think if the fortune teller's lying, I think it's more likely that she's corrupted by 2 than that she's actually evil. So let's kill 2. Okay, cool. Okay, Puka is clearly not 2 cards away from closest evil because the person saying that is corrupted. Oh, yeah, we have 2 scouts, and that's not allowed. 6 is lying because 6 agrees with 3. So yeah. Okay, so either 2 is corrupted, or 3 is actually a Chancellor. Let's see if the Dreamer thinks that 3 could be Chancellor. No. Yeah, I could like try to kill one of these to break the I could try to kill one of those before the first night, but there's no point in killing somebody before the first night unless there's a chance of actually killing Lilith. Okay, so 3 could be Lilith. Okay. 9 could be Lilith. Huh. So we have to have 3 outcasts. Man, I want to kill the scout so badly. Let's have 6 test 2. 2 is not corrupted. Alright, well I believe the Plague Doctor, so I'm going to kill 3. Alright, cool. So this Dreamer's lying. But is the Dreamer corrupted? Let's have the Dreamer test herself. Okay. Well, if she was corrupted, it would be a 50-50 between Chancellor and Lilith. And if she's Lilith, then it's 100% Chancellor. So given that she said Chancellor, you know, made her more likely to be the Lilith. She could have still been corrupted. Anyway, we made it from one round to the next. 4 is telling the truth. 4 away from closest evil. Okay, well that's almost certainly false. Oh, we actually... This Plague Doctor is guaranteed good, since, yeah, there's no possible other outcast. 8 is not a real lover. Okay, get out of here. And... we have a Shaman pair, so the 2 Jesters have to be good. Okay. Yeah, there's no other Shaman pair. Let's see what the Fortune Teller thinks of 2. Okay, the Fortune Teller thinks that 2 is good. Let's see what the Plague Doctor thinks of 4. Okay, 2 is evil, 7 is corrupted. Okay, whatever. Good job, Plague Doctor. Ooh, 3 outcasts. Actually, there's 2 possible corruptions. Let's just kill 3 anyway. Boo. Okay, 6 is evil, 3 is corrupted. Good job, I guess. Alright, the Scout is telling the truth. So the Scout is good. We actually don't know about this Bishop. We've got 2 bishops saying the same thing. I feel like one of them is the drunk and the other one is evil. Okay, what if they're both telling the truth? Well, then they would have to be a doppelganger pair, which is obviously not the case. Okay. Yeah, so they're both lying, and 2 is just a villager. Well, yeah, so one of them's evil, the other one's corrupted. Yeah, so I guess one of them is Ba, the other one's a drunk. Okay, that's very good. So, if 5 was actually a Ba, then a Chancellor would never think that 5 could be a Ba. So that means 8 is the Ba. Thank goodness. Huh, no corrupted characters. The alchemist cured 1 corruption. There's a lot of corruption here. I guess there's up to 3 corruptions. I really find this bard hard to believe. He is corrupted. Okay. 6 is evil, 5 is corrupted. Awesome. Okay. This alchemist clearly did not cure corruption. Is he corrupted, though? Oh, we have 2 enlightens, and they have to both be good, because they're the only duplicates we have in a shaman game. Closest evils counterclockwise. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this enlightened is definitely lying and must be corrupted, which means all the corruption is accounted for. Ooh, close one. Huh, cure 2 corruptions. That's false. I don't know. Let's kill 7. Boo. Alright, so the puka is either 6 or 8. If the puka is 6, then the evils are adjacent, and it's also 5. And then I guess 4 would be the drunk. Okay, so, yeah, sure. So it's one of these two. If it's 6, then it would have to be 5. And 4 is the drunk. Actually, does 4 have to be the drunk here? Well, oh, yeah, 4 is definitely lying. Oh, wait, then we get in the situation where 2 is accusing 1. And then there's just not enough space. Yeah, so it's not 6, it has to be 8. Okay, 1, 6, and 7 are good. Okay, so 6 is telling the truth. 6 has to be a real poet. Yeah, so 1 is good. And has to be corrupted, actually. So the witch is not 2 away from closest evil, which means that 2 is not the witch, which means 2 is corrupted. The bard is telling the truth, and 4 is the witch. Alright. Okay, hopefully this will be a nice, easy round. Alright, Truthful Baker. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay, I don't believe... I was thinking, oh, maybe 4 is the... You know what, let's just kill 4. Oh, it would have been so funny if 4 was the puka and the alchemist actually cured 2 corruptions. Okay, Jester is... Jester claims that 6 is evil, which is not possible, because if 6 was the puka, 5 would be corrupted. Okay, so 3 is lying. Yeah, I think it... Oh, the lover is definitely lying. Because if there's actually 1 evil next to her, she should be corrupted. Okay. Oh, Judge is lying. Alright, 5 is evil, 3 is corrupted. Okay, 3 or 7 is a poisoner. Okay, we know that 3 is good. Alright, what about 7? 2 evils adjacent. Okay, I don't believe this lover. Alright, cool. So 8 is possibly corrupted. I'm gonna kill this other lover. Wow. 2 or 6 is a poisoner. Alright, well, let's look at 6. Alright, good job, Oracle. You get to live. And so does 2. We don't know if the Architect is corrupted. Yeah, there could be a Plague Doctor corrupting, too. Alright, what does this Judge think? Alright, Judge thinks the Wretch is lying. 3 is evil, 7 is corrupted. Okay, well, I was going to trust the Plague Doctor. I'm very lucky that the fake Plague Doctor accused somebody that I knew was good. Alright, so 7 is not corrupted. Alright, well, You know what? Good enough. This session could have been better, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.